This episode is brought to you by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful website and grow your brand.
How do you know if you love someone?
Roz at the beginning is a service robot with programming, but her experience as a adoptive mother is changing her.
The processing that used to happen here is now coming more from here.
A parent's love for a child is deeper than almost anything.
The accident that killed your family saved you.
He knows deep down Roz is good-hearted and cares about him. He also knows he doesn't have a family anymore, and he's choosing to extend that grace.
What happened was not your fault, but what you did to try and fix it is everything.
She can't make it right, but the fact that she was trying, that shows who she really is.
Hello and welcome to Cinema Therapy. I'm Alan Seawright, a professional filmmaker who needs therapy. I'm joined by this guy,
Jonathan Decker, licensed therapist who honk.
so many effing geese. So many geese!
So many effing geese, but what a great movie!
I liked the geese this time.
I know, it's a miracle. So what are we talking about today?
We're talking about The Wild Robot.
Yes!
It is a great movie. Your favorite film of 2024?
My favorite movie from last year. Both times I saw it in theaters, both times absolutely destroyed me in the best possible way.
Yeah, it's a brilliant movie. I loved it.
So what do you want me to be looking for in this?
Pretty much everything.
Uh-huh.
This is one of those movies that there's like an answer for every topic in here.
Yeah, there is wisdom on so many topics, so I look forward to sharing my thoughts.
Congratulations!
As far as he's concerned, you're his mother now.
I do not have the programming to be a mother.
No one does. We just make it up.
Without an assigned task, my next priority is to return to factory.
Taking care of him is your task now.
Return mode delayed. A Razum always completes its task.
You're lucky you just have one. As a mother of 7. 6, baby. It's a full-time thing.
So dark!
That is the darkest joke in a family film.
Mostly bad.
Do you have
Maybe
any
ever.
information
It's
on how
so...
to
man.
take care of this unit?
They all need to eat, but yours needs to swim and fly. Oh, fly by fall. He's got to leave this island before winter. Or, how do I put this delicately? Yeah, that.
Eat, swim, fly by fall. Or
Patience is the key.
It's okay, Mom. I'm alive.
Oh, yay.
Goodbye. We like your new baby.
I have been Mama Possum so many times where it's just like, you get tired. Mm-hmm. You're just so tired. Like, oh, you're back.
I'm okay.
Yay.
But this notion of I don't have the programming to be a mother, no one does. I tell people this all the time when they say, how do you know when you're ready to be a parent? I'm like, guess what? Never.
Never gonna happen.
It's in parenthood that you become ready. Mm-hmm. And so definitely learn everything you can. And the thing I would say for people who are preparing to become parents is to work on yourself. Because whatever weaknesses you have, whatever buttons you have that can be pushed, whatever flaws that can be exploited, they will come out in parenting. Mm-hmm. And so working on yourself and personal growth is the best preparation. But actually doing the work, you learn as you go.
You do it as you go.
Have you seen our Cinema Therapy website?
I have, and it was easy to build and customize using Squarespace.
Squarespace has tons of templates and layouts to choose from with their new guided design system, Squarespace Blueprint.
So, once we found one that worked well as a starting point for us,
It was so easy to customize.
way easier than rewriting your programming to parent a tiny gosling.
You can also connect your social media and multimedia accounts so that your website can function as a hub for everything you do.
Like how ours is linked to YouTube, Patreon, our merch stores, and other things that we do.
They have built-in visual design tools so that we can make it our own unique brand and style.
Like Roz rocking that wooden leg and total body moss covering.
They also offer client invoicing, flexible customer payments,
And custom merch so you can grow your brand and company.
Squarespace has optimized SEO tools to help you show up more often and to more people in searches.
So whether you need to build a website for your new line of personal service robots,
Or your swimming/flying flying classes.
Or to promote your artisanal tooth-carved wooden leg repair shop.
Squarespace will work for you, and you won't have to spend months building a website.
Check out squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch,
Go to squarespace.com/cinematherapy and use code CINEMATHERAPY to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Storytelling is lying adjacent, and I lie for a living. Watch and learn.
I worry about his tail by the fire. I really do.
Let me see.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
This island with a little gosling,
Right, Bill?
and he was all alone.
Because the rest of his family was destroyed.
Not yet. And what this little gosling needed was a mother. So he looked up at the stars and asked the brightest one if it could send him one of their extras. Funny thing is, there's this beautiful robot that happened to be sitting on the edge of that star. And she hears him. Okay, now.
Which is impossible since sound does not travel through the vacuum of space.
But she still heard him because she was listening with a different part of herself. A part that up to that point she didn't even know she had. Her heart.
How did my mama come to me from so far away?
Who cares?
Huh?
I mean, she's trying to see you.
Me?
And falls off that star and lands on the beach just a little ways from here. But she lands pretty hard, and a lot of stuff she knew just kinda fell out.
Oh no!
So it's a little bit what she knows and what she doesn't. But she knows one thing. You. And when she finally sees you, she feels...
Crushing obligation. And I will not leave until I finish this test, which has delayed me, damaged me, and violated my protocols, potentially voiding my warranty.
Which is robot for... She loves you very much.
Crushing obligation.
Crushing obligation. You have damaged me and voided my warranty.
Here's the thing, that's what makes parenting beautiful for those who really accept the challenge and give everything to love these little people, is that there's a lot of weight, there's a lot of heaviness. We trade our health, our sanity, our looks, our pocketbooks, our time, our energy. We trade a lot of things.
Yeah.
And if it's true that you love what you sacrifice for, there's a reason why, at least in the best cases, a parent's love for a child is deeper than almost anything.
Yes.
And that's the rewarding part of it, is that connection, that love, that bond that is unlike anything else. Well, Alan, you're a storyteller by profession. This is all about the power of stories in teaching compassion and fostering connection. What are your thoughts on that?
I do what I do, and we do what we do. This whole show only exists because of the power of narrative, right?
Yeah.
Like, it is the best way to teach compassion. And this is not like me saying this because I do it and I feel like it's the best. It is like scientifically proven. Mm-hmm. The most empathetic people are the ones who read the most stories and watch the most movies. This is a true fact.
Yeah.
People who immerse themselves in narrative become more empathetic to other people because you get to experience the lives and stories of other people, and you get to feel the same feelings that they feel. And that's what's so powerful about storytelling. And also, sometimes it can put your little freaking kid to sleep. That's so powerful, you have no idea. Sometimes you just need them to go to sleep.
Now you will go to sleep, or I will put you to sleep.
Let's just go, Mom. Wait, you think that thing is your mother? Yes. No, I don't know.
That thing killed your mother. Everyone knows that.
Oh, thanks for talking so much. Now I know who to eat first. Roz, remember how things work here.
Stop it, Fink. Please, let's go.
I hope this interaction...
Mom, stop.
I just intended to...
Roz!
There was an accident.
Did you do it?
Yes.
It wasn't her fault, kid.
Why didn't you tell me?
I did not think the information would assist you.
That's not your decision to make. God, I can't believe how long I bought this. I really thought you were my family.
You did?
It was so obvious. I feel so stupid.
I miscalculated. I should have considered your emotional wavelengths.
You think? So is it just guilt? Is that why you did this?
I needed a task.
Well, I'm glad I could give you one.
The events that led to this situation were unintended.
Tell that to my sisters, my brothers, my real mom.
And even the like volumetric light that's coming in is like painterly.
Swim to fly. What even am I?
You swam satisfactorily today, and if you keep practicing...
I still won't belong.
I understand.
You don't understand anything. You don't feel anything. You're not my mom.
I love how her lenses open up when he says, "You don't feel anything, you're not my mom." And she does the crestfallen thing with her head as she looks down.
This is by far the most cinematic movie I've seen from DreamWorks. There are some spectacular painterly shots. Every single shot has care and craft in where is the camera, what is the layout, what is the background looking like, where is the character, and in an almost Spielbergian way, every single element of a shot enhances, and every single shot enhances the scene.
Yeah. Roz at the beginning is a service robot with programming.
Did anyone order me?
But her experience as a adoptive mother is changing her. She even talks about how she's had to rewrite her own programming.
Yeah.
Which, if that doesn't describe parenting, I don't know what does. She is growing not just in compassion, but in emotional capacity overall,
right?
Because of these experiences. And I think of Roz as perhaps someone on the spectrum or someone neurodivergent, which on the face of it looks like an insult. I'm calling y'all a robot if you're watching. I'm not. I'm calling you this robot because this robot
is wonderful,
is deeply loving, is deeply caring, is deeply empathetic, but also the rules of engagement and feeling and interacting are different for her than they are for those around her.
Correct.
And so there's a disconnect. Because when he says you don't feel anything and she appears crestfallen, I've had any number of people that I've worked with who are neurodivergent who say, I do. I feel very deeply, but people don't see it.
Yeah.
Right? Because of the way I talk, the way I approach things. She's very analytical in a quest to show compassion and understanding and perspective taking. But it just reads to him as very analytical because he's very worked up, he's emotionally flooded, just learned what happened to his family. Sometimes it's harder to accept an apology from somebody who says, I didn't mean to. Because if someone says, I was wrong and I was a jerk, it's just like, yeah, you were, we're in agreement, I can work with that.
Yeah.
When someone says, I didn't mean to, that can be a factual statement, but it doesn't change the effect on your life of what happened.
Correct.
And Bright Bill's wrestling with this because he knows deep down Roz is good-hearted and cares about him. He also knows he doesn't have a family anymore. He doesn't have a birth family anymore.
And he is now some kind of other thing.
Yeah, and he's looking for some place to put that hurt, and it comes out as blame.
Most of you hate me, and I hate most of you.
So it's freezing outside. They were all going to die.
But here we are. And here's the deal. First one that walks out that door is dead, and if we can't keep it together in here, everyone's dead. We all got one chance to see next spring. Because of her. The thing. The monster. Well, her name is Roz. And while you all ran from her, and stole from her, and made fun of her, all she's been trying to do is raise her kid. The little one that no one gave a chance. Including me.
Man, every shot in this sequence
She's the one who got you out of the storm.
Is helping to tell the story.
And despite my suggestion that she...
Beyond just showing who's talking.
She risked everything.
And who's listening.
You hear.
I know you all have instincts that keep you alive. But sometimes, to survive, we must become more than we were programmed to be. Before I shut down, I need you to promise me one thing. A truce. Just while we're in here.
She's right. I will not harm anyone. Not while we're in here.
Was anyone else shocked to learn that Bear is Mark Hamill?
Yeah.
The score to this movie is phenomenal.
Oh my gosh. Like, I've been listening to this composer's other scores. Somehow flown under my radar for a while. phenomenal. He's so good.
We won't even pretend to die while we're in here.
Roz, what's going on?
I completed my task.
You sure about that?
I will consider this.
Okay.
And again, look at that shot.
Yeah. That's
Pulls
phenomenal.
up out into the snow, and then a fade to white. Fade to white's okay every time. Chris Bowers, the composer of this, he's written scores for a bunch of things. Incredible. But this score, that da 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 da, like I was off key there. Don't at me. I know I was. Such a classic, hummable theme that we don't often get from movies anymore.
Something that stays with you after you leave the theater and you remember it. And
I walked out humming it.
Yeah.
And
I miss that.
I miss that. It used to happen a lot more frequently, I feel like.
So this scene, there's this giant blizzard and they're all going to die. And she says to Fink, let's go get everybody in here and save their lives. And what I think is beautiful when she acknowledges you all have instincts that help keep you alive. She's not shaming them for being predators. She's not shaming them for digging in and hiding from predators. For anything that they do to stay alive, she gets it. But sometimes, in order to survive, we have to become more than we're programmed to do. I love comparing programming of a computer to the instinct of an animal or a person.
Sure.
We are fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. So many of the things that hurt us now in our relationships, if you go back thousands of years, are the things that kept us alive.
Correct.
And they're just baked into us. We have to become more than that programming because we can't just fight or run anymore. We live in civilization. We need to be able to work things through.
Yes.
And becoming more is what the process of therapy is, especially when it comes to relationship therapy, learning how to resolve conflict, engage in perspective taking, take accountability, practice forgiveness and kindness, and all of these things that this movie does such a beautiful job of illustrating kind of these abstract principles that feel kind of mushy and gushy and like, and then you see it. And you see it lived out, and you see the power of it, and you realize this is what we need. This hut scene just made me think of society at large.
Yeah.
Everybody hates somebody else, but if we don't change what we're doing, we're not going to survive.
Correct. I mean, when we first talked about this the day after it came out, when we were doing our review, over on our reviews channel, Cinema Therapy Reviews, check it out. The first thing I said about it is I want to show that scene to every member of the U.S. Congress. Yeah. Because it's like, look, guys, we all need to have a little more understanding of each other. We all need to give each other a little bit of forgiveness and a little bit of grace. We're all doing the best we can, and we all have stupid, overdeveloped monkey brains. Just let's try. Okay, speaking of cinematic, look at that effing shot. Come on.
Roz?
So after he had his adventure and did all these incredible things, he just wanted to come back to her and tell her about
What
it.
happened was not your fault. But what you did to try and fix it is everything. I love you. Mom.
Again, we go out wide to show how small they are and how the feelings concentrate. It's, oh man. Filmmaking in this movie is so good.
Well, the wide shot, the pull-back shot feels very hopeless.
Yeah.
I love you too.
Roz? Roz!
And we go into a nice big close-up.
Let's go home.
And Chris Bowers just kicking ass.
Yeah.
Man.
Every moment.
I love this movie.
First of all, this movie sits at 98% on Rotten Tomatoes.
What the hell is wrong with the 2%?
Exactly.
What is wrong with you?
Who are these people?
Do you just hate everything?
It's such a beautiful, graceful, forgiving, understanding line of what happened was not your fault.
Yeah.
But what you did to try and make it right was everything. There's a couple things that are acknowledged here. He's not saying she made it right. She can't make it right.
Right.
And that's what people get hung up on sometimes is if someone does something harmful with good intentions or out of ignorance, it can be hard to forgive because we're looking at the result. We're looking at what it caused.
And sometimes those results are permanent.
Yeah.
And that can be hard to forgive. Like, no question about that. It is difficult to forgive someone who hurt you permanently, even if they didn't mean to.
What happened was not your fault. Technically, she killed his family. Technically, he could hold on to that the rest of his life and he would be justified and it would be accurate. But he's looking at intent. And he's looking at who she was when that happened versus who she is now. And he's choosing to extend that grace. And then he says, but what you did to try to make it right is everything. Again, she can't make it right, but the fact that she was trying, that shows who she really is. I love that she's got moss growing on her.
Yeah, so great.
She has become...
They will just keep coming until they have me.
And we'll be ready.
We can fight them off as many times as we need to.
Well, she's got the wooden leg. I mean, she's really
You don't
part
need
of
to.
the forest at this point, right?
Yeah.
What are you saying? You're leaving?
Yes. To protect all of you, there are things there that I must put right.
No, they'll take your memories. They'll take you.
Remember when you talked to me on the ship? They cut my power, but I still heard you. Because I was listening with a different part of myself. Wherever that is, that's where I keep me. And I promise, they'll never, ever find it.
But we fought so hard for you to stay.
You did. And you gained far more than just saving me. You came together as an island. When I do this, you will all be safe from them forever.
Don't do this.
But you're my friend, and I never had one before, and I need you. And what if I get lost, or he's hurt, or what if I need to tell you something, and you're not here?
Dang it, Pedro Pascal.
You can tell me.
And me.
And you can talk to me as well, if you must.
This is my migration. And when it is time, I promise
This movie is so gorgeous. Look at that.
find my way home.
Hot damn.
Well, and this is the same group that hated each other. You know, this whole story is about this group of kill or be killed, survival of the fittest law of nature. And then it becomes the law of, or at least the higher law of civilization, which we're all still trying to get to, which is this, which is community, which is love, which is we look out for each other. We survive not because we kill each other and the fittest survives. We survive because we look out for the weakest among us and we take care of them. And that makes us collectively strong. And they learn that from her. And this is when you're talking about movies being a delivery system for teaching us compassion and humanity.
Yep.
There is not a single human character on screen right now, and it's teaching all of us what it means to be human in the best possible sense.
Yeah.
And that rocks.
Yep. I love it. Movies are good. This one's great.
Oh, George, that's poetry. Sheer poetry.
So until next time,
do you require assistance?
Sometimes, in order to survive, you must become more than you were programmed to be. And watch movies. Thank you to our patrons over on our Patreon who get extended director's cut episodes with no commercials at least a day before they drop here on YouTube. Folks like
May Subido,
Alyssa Alden,
Jesse Reimer,
Zelda Gilbert,
and Katie did it.
I love it.
All one word.
Katie did it. Yes, she did. You know what you did, Katie.
Katie knows. Katie's proud of it.
Well, she should be.
If Katie didn't do it, Katie wouldn't did it.
Can you explain again what we are doing?
I don't know. I'm just making stuff up.